Hello there, everyone. So first of all, I would like to say happy equinox, happy September equinox. I am recording this on the 23rd of September, which is the autumn equinox in the United Kingdom. So regarding the energy today, I have brought forward a transmission, and that will be uploaded to YouTube shortly. But until that is uploaded, just to briefly say, the 9 did pick the 23rd as a significant date in September when I was looking at several key dates throughout September. And for the 23rd, they said, and this also includes the 22nd, which was yesterday, very high energy amongst the awakened ones. So anyone awakened to this spiritual energy would feel this high energy frequency on the 22nd and on the 23rd as they move into equinox energy 22nd and 23rd, for they are major gateways or portals for spiritual insight and expansion. So many downloads coming, high expansion, genius flow, monadic structures incoming. And I spoke before about how the streams that the activated clairvoyant individuals, those doing remote viewing, those working with enlightenment, activating the pineal gland, working with deep meditation, working with the Merkabah, instead of bringing down streams of communication or clairvoyant image that looks like one section, everything is, not everything, but there is now monadic downloads occurring amongst the awakened ones, where they're drawing forward a piece that is a whole cohesive transmission or creation in and of itself. So a piece of music, an entire dance routine, a book, that sort of thing. Or it can be a clairvoyant image of an entire timeline or potential play out, including multiple potential play outs within that. So that's what's meant by monadic. This has been occurring for a while in September. I think it was the 9th of September, someone around there, that the 9 said that this would start to occur. And so this is very much a continuation of that for the equinox. I have a video that will be uploaded shortly, a transmission from the 9, and that's entitled Trinity Fairy Queen Blue Reality Bridge Back to Lemuria. That has been sent to a conference, to be an equinox conference in the United States of America, in Sedona, to be broadcast as part of that conference. So I won't be uploading that to my YouTube channel until tomorrow, as it's being played at the conference for the guests at the conference, which I said I would do for that, because obviously I can't just jump on a plane and fly over to Sedona. So I sent this transmission to them. So if you have attended the Sedona conference I'm talking about, you will likely have seen this transmission already. And if not, it will be uploaded tomorrow after it's definitely been played at the conference. So it will be Sedona time. So that would be probably United Kingdom lunchtime. It will be uploaded, something like that. Okay, so for the 24th, that was also a key date in September that the 9 drew my attention to. So I've spoken about the other key dates as we've moved through September. September has been very high energy, very fast moving energy, with several of these spikes in energy and significant moments that are seeding potential playouts, all part of this singularity timeline, but they're seeding potential playouts. And all of these can look like, at first, to many people, not to all, obviously those who are awake are seeing beyond these overlays or full screens, but it can look like a negative event at first, but it's actually seeding the new Earth reality. So it's a positive seeding ultimately. So the 24th, what the 9 said about the 24th, got my little card here. They said seeding of something to do with vehicles or traffic in America. Now, this will become a debate for a long time. So something will be seeded on the 24th regarding vehicles or traffic in America. So that's tomorrow. And that will become a debate for a long time. What it's actually seeding is new innovations in transport on the control, balance, new Earth side of the bifurcation. And when I say control, I'm meaning controlling oneself and the structure in a focused way, not controlling others. That isn't what is meant by that. So balance, new Earth, paradise side of the bifurcation, new innovations in transport. And then they went on to say new laws. So new legalities, new laws, extending to other countries, especially into Europe and the United Kingdom, where the aim is to uniform vehicles into electric vehicles, which will ultimately create huge diversity in vehicles and a massive resurgence of vintage and classic cars, especially in the United Kingdom and in France. So the UK and France, especially, there will be a massive resurgence of vintage and classic cars. Also surges in bicycles and alternative forms of transport. And in rural areas, this would include horses, horse and cart, that sort of thing. Okay, so I pulled a card for this. I used the same deck that I've been working with all month, the Star Child, the Lemurian Star Child Oracle deck. I met the Lemurian Star Child in August for the Glastonbury conference from Portal to Ascension. They were speakers in the same conference as me, and I met them and I purchased their beautiful deck. And I've been working with the deck all month. So I pulled a card for this and I asked the 9 if they could speak about this card specific to what they've said about the vehicle situation that's being seeded on the 24th of September or anything else that this card represents. So I shuffled the pack. After shuffling for a while, I was asked by the 9 to cut the pack 3 times and take the 3rd card, 3-3, which they do a lot. I'm often drawn to the 3. So the card pulled was Lemurian Egg. This is the card, Lemurian Egg. It depicts this beautiful lady inside this golden or plasma egg, this white light around this beautiful Lemurian egg. And so I asked the 9 if they could comment based on this card, but specific to the seeding that they're talking about that would occur on the 24th of September. And this is what they said. This is the representation of all that shall be and all that is coming within New World, New Earth, New Lemuria, as you return to the Lemurian way. Now that card was pulled today, earlier today, and interestingly, the video, the transmission that will be uploaded tomorrow is Trinity Fairy Queen Blue Reality Bridge Back to Lemuria. I bought that transmission forward 2 weeks ago because I wanted to get that sent in time to the conference so that that would be ready to play in Sedona. So this card 2 weeks later is also talking about the move into the new Lemuria. So they go on to say, ultimately, transportation will be your own. And within the trajectory to that, you shall return to that which you call vintage. Then to the more ancient methods, then to the more ancient methods. And the seeding for transportation in all forms begins within the time period after your September equinox, beginning on September the 24th. So there'll be something to do with vehicles and cars that will be put out, and they're saying America, that will seed into this. The agenda being the return to, not the return to, the movement to the electric. Yet what is actually being seeded is the return to the vintage and the ancient. So this would suggest to me that the agenda of the electric isn't going to move into its fullness. It will move into this other aspect of the bifurcation, and the paradise bifurcation, New Earth, New Lemuria, will not hold that. And that's the way it is with all of these overlord agendas, just reminding everyone that I'm discussing a fictional novel here. So I did ask the 9, when you say more ancient methods or transportation, sorry, I've read that wrong. When you say more ancient methods or transportation shall be your own, transportation shall be your own, are you referring to Merkabah travel? Because I'm thinking, well, how is transportation your own, you know? And they said, ultimately, yes, in physical and etheric reality. So I asked them, how can the Merkabah be physical? Obviously, we use the physical body, but Merkabah travel is into the antimatter, a very advanced form of deep meditation with remote viewing, with travel throughout the antimatter fields. That's physical within the body, as in the DNA, the pineal gland, and all the activations. So that's physical within the body. But how can this Merkabah, using transportation based on the Merkabah, how can that be physical that's beyond the human body, as in a form of transportation in our reality? That's what I'm asking the 9. And they replied, through those who construct transportation systems and devices based on Merkabah geometry and spin. And I asked them, can you give an example of such? So I'll put the card down, the Lemurian egg. So this is just the egg, because it's going to hatch, and that's the metaphor. This whole Lemurian movement, which is New Earth, all these innovations, this whole new reality is seeded. And the 24th of September, specific to this transportation, which relates to the Merkabah, is seeded. It's a seed, it's an egg, which is kind of the same thing, really. And that obviously will hatch, or this, if it were a seed, it would sprout. This is what is occurring metaphorically. So can you give an example of such? That through those who construct transportation systems and devices based on Merkabah geometry and spin, can you give an example of such? And they said this: one changes the wheel from the circle to the spiral and brings in that which is crystalline. This is all that we can present to you at this time. So I'm getting nothing more on this, but it appears that the seeding is some kind of transportation device that will not use a wheel as a circle, but instead as a spiral. So, I mean, I'm guessing, but would the wheel be a spiral rather than a circle, or it's some kind of transportation device, I don't know, and brings in that which is crystalline. So there is some kind of physical transportation that is being seeded, and it will be based on the Merkabah spin, the Merkabah geometry. I presume when they say this is all that we can present to you at this time is due to the fact that if this is an innovative creation, then it is to be hermetically sealed and protected within the village, so that those particular fairies or fae that are somewhere within that creation will hold that space within this protective bubble. Otherwise, if that were to be released too early, then the overlords could scupper those plans or do some kind of blocking or attempt. So that's what they told me, which is very interesting. So it starts off as some kind of presentation to do with vehicles and transport in America on the 24th of September. This will seed into the potential agenda for moving to the electric and away from the vehicles that are not that. But every agenda and the aim is actually creating an antidote or a response to the agenda that's springing up this new reality. So every single movement to create the agenda that moves into the iron core aspect of the bifurcation, the Armageddon timeline within the fictional novel, everything that is aimed at moving forward there instantly seeds this antidote that springs up. So, I mean, you could call that a backfire, and in certain respects, you would certainly see it as a backfire when it's an agenda that's coming in to remove something or shift something or cancel something or engineer something else in. It's creating this antidote that is New Earth based, New Lemuria based. I've spoken about this before. So the seeding for the 24th of September, which is the day after the September equinox, is specific to transportation, but because it's based on Merkabah travel and Merkabah geometry and spin, well, that is the entire geometric structure for the movement into the New Lemuria and the New Earth. So that's based on consciousness. So it's actually being made physical. It's like some form of innovative technology that is based on the geometry of consciousness that is positively polarized. This is what it appears to be to me. So that's the 24th of September. Just a short video, but I wanted to come on and say happy equinox today, let you know that there will be a video, but the reason why it's not here in time for the equinox is it's being played in Sedona, and it will be here as soon as it's been played over there, and to talk about what they said about the 24th of September, the day after the equinox, which is tomorrow. So thank you ever so much for listening, and I will be back with more. Bye.